What's going on?
Cheers, bud.
Cheers. Cheers. Good to catch up. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year and all that. Thanks for catching up for, what was it you wanted to catch up for again? Oh yeah, that's right. Top 5 times I was a sick cunt in 2022. We'll start with me, like what I thought. I took some notes. I did that whole 2-hour thing on Sob 6 at the start of the year. Remember that? Yeah, I was a sick cunt. It wasn't I? Yeah, I was a sick cunt because I excavated this whole thing in the Australian context, didn't I? Like a mad cunt. And then obviously something really horrible happened, and then, you know, all the media come in and vulture it up, and you know, you're not happy for the horrible thing that happened. In that case, it was a tragedy, but, you know, obviously you do expect accolades for having been a sick cunt, enough of a sick cunt to have thought about it before the horrible thing that happened. So yeah, that's number 5, 2-part Sob 6 series.
Prince of River Province, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about that time that
You're thinking, whatever you're thinking of, we'll get to your ones later on, because I wanted to hear. I said that I would go through my times that I was a sick cunt. We'll give you some time for your times I was a sick cunt after. Is that all good? Yeah, sweet. Remember, I also did that of like excavating shitty stuff. You know, I did that pedophile fantasist thing as well. Remember that, mate? Articles, videos, you know, talking about the Australian context for pedophile fantasy, you know, making up pedophiles in power, you know. I did that work. They ended up in the Australian context going on to be fucking child abductors. And I think their work becomes important then. It becomes a resource that people can look up, you know. And I did work all fucking year, didn't I? What did I do? I did 16 hours, just over 16 hours of curated, edited material, you know, mostly all edited myself, sometimes capably assisted by the incredible Nick Burns, but mostly all by myself. What a mad cunt, right? And you know, over 34,000 words in written article for Independent Australia, fortnightly columnist, that lowest form of writer. And, you know, even if it's over bad circumstances, sometimes things happen, and, you know, real life catches up to the work that I've done, whether it be over tragic circumstances or not. And it just, you know, and then the world gets to catch up and go, oh yeah, maybe you are a sick cunt, however begrudgingly, you know. So that's number 4, the pedophile fantasist work.
Beasley picks up this head and he shoves it in my face like this, and there's this decapitated head in my face, and he says, "Take ye, eat."
Yeah, that's funny, man. It just reminds me of what you just said. Reminds me of that time that I was, you know, like doing the.
You want to talk about something in your life? I thought that we were catching up to talk about the top 5 times I was a sick cunt in 2022. I'm sorry. Give and take. You know what I mean? Like, we will get to you after, and I'm so interested in you as a mate. But right now, I want to talk about, you know, times I was a sick cunt. Hey, it's hard when you meet. Who's going to beat my drum? It's got to be me. No one else is going to go, hey, here's all the times that this prolific creator has been amazing this year. It's got to be me. Some of my favourite artists who made shit when I was young, like creators, artists, you know, musos, whatever, they were like very underground niche people, and they had to beat their own drums their whole life, you know. And they were underground, and they remained underground, and they're a legend, but, you know, people don't know about them, you know, like not in the mainstream sense. But we all accept that, I think, in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? We accept that in the world of, like, music, any other arts. But when you do the things that I do, if you don't have a million cunts following you, you're an abject failure. when you're a lonely YouTuber and a lowly columnist, you don't get things written about you. You know, you don't get people going, oh, your ContraPoints. No hating. I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying, like, in my lowly populist world of content creation, you've kind of got to be huge, like millions of people before cunts take you seriously. And if you're not, and you've been doing the game for like 7 years like me, and you still only have a few thousand, well, you know, people go, oh, he's a loser. But I'm not. Because we can sit here and we can go, oh, he's done a lot of sick cunt stuff this year. He must be a real sick cunt. But it's got to be me that announces it, you know? So that's why we've caught up today. I went to Canberra as well. You remember that time? You remember that time? I dressed up, anti-lockdown guy, and I went to Canberra, and then I talked to all the absolute fucking sick cunts at the Aboriginal 10 Embassy about their struggles with the freedom movement. Yeah, that was sick. That was so sick. That's number 3 on the list, actually.
A little crew of gubs and whatever else there was, the cooked ones. And she's trying to serve Murray these papers, and I'm oblivious because I'm over here, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, bruh? I know she's got papers, and I reckon, oh, can I burn them? He said yes, so I just took them and I ran straight over to the fire and I put them in the fire. I never read the papers.
Yeah, you are a bit of a sick cunt, eh? It just reminded me.
Stop! Had some good opportunities this year to let the hair down a bit and just try and be a dumb cunt and make people laugh a bit more. And one of my favourite moments in that respect, there was a time I told you all that Simpsons memes aren't funny. That time I joined the Illuminati, all sick cunt times, like, you know. But then, there was that time I went to Bali, wasn't there? And I added a verse onto a track by an Aussie hip-hop, a very forgotten Aussie hip-hop artist who, I think is a legend, and I really, really admired the track in its own quirky way, and I wanted to add to it, and I did so, and and I think the outcome was so good that I think there's no question that that's number 2 in the list of top 5 times I was a sick cunt this year.
Who's that in a Parley tourist bar with a big tank top and a long neck? That's me, it's me. Chappelle, I'm here for justice. I know she's already back in the Gold Coast, but how can she be truly free until we get revenge here for our blue-eyed queen?
Yeah, those bars he spat on that track, man, that was fire. But, like, what I was thinking was about that.
Oh, you mean, yep. Sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking about that time that I was out.
Yep.
Doing the
the time that you were out when you did the thing when you were out. Yeah, is that what you were thinking about? Well, stop fucking thinking about it. I'm trying to tell you, number 1, it's a big moment. This is me time for me. Okay, we'll get on to you later. You can have your own video for you later on when you talk about your top 5 times. You can film it and edit it like I do, like a slave every week of my life. Then maybe you can have your me time. My number 1 sitcom moment of the year was when I had the runner-up moment. The runner-up word of the year was, I came up with it, cooker, and it just goes to show you that if you believe in yourself, you too can have the runner-up word of the year and no one else can believe that you actually came up with it. The reason I like that moment the most out of anything is because everything I was saying before about how when you're not very popular and you've kind of got to be the one that beats on your own fucking drum. I think that's a perfect moment of that because I did this whole I came up with a cooker thing, which I kind of on one hand I find it funny that I did that. I like carrying on like a fucking self-important sort that acts like he created everything. I think that's personally funny, but at the same time, I literally did want people to know that I invented the word. So then you end up in this thing where nobody likes it when you go, I was the first. Like I would see with all my favourite underground musos when I was a kid, they would always go, I invented this niche subgenre of rap. And no one else would even take the term on because they were sitting there trying to fucking copyright the shit out of it. All I would get is people going, no, you didn't. Actually, I used to say it. And I would go, no, you didn't. And then I would literally start becoming the sook that I thought I was joking about being. And it wasn't even the word of the year anyway. Maybe we'd have a bit more to squabble over. It became runner-up. I mean, they gave word of the year to teal. Well, no one's going to say that shit in 5 years. You know it's cooker. Everyone said cooker. That shit's in books, it's here, it's there. It's fucking everywhere. I've seen it start to take off in the American scene for conspiracies. I'm a sick cunt for that. Okay? And no one else is going to make a video about that. So it's got to be me. Actually, you know what? I know I said top 5, but I've thought of another couple of like sick cunt moments. You should probably put them in as like honorary mentions. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, look, man, I've actually got to boot off. I just realised you're a bit of a flog.
What do you mean?
You're just talking about yourself all the time.
Well, don't leave. Don't go.
See you, mate.
Where are you going?
See you, bud.